Hi. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. Oh, that's not right. Now let's see. Why can't I get... Okay, what the hell? Where's my camera? Okay. Hold on. Okay, you just had me. There. Can you see me? There we go. Okay. I'm going to make sure that's all done. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, let me make sure that this is all up. All right. Let's see. So can you guys hear me? I'm just trying to see these things and make sure that this is all good. Okay. All right. So can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Good. Okay. I wasn't sure if anyone could hear me, so you said sounds great. So I'm hoping that this means you can actually hear my voice. Yeah, I put this new overlay on so that it would kind of stand out. And if you want to make a donation, just to be clear, all you got to do is hit the $sign down below the neon bracket that I'm in. So let me just move that. I'm kind of changing my position around, trying to be good. So let's just see. All right. I'm glad you can see and hear me. Now, let's just get started. You know what, I think I'm gonna put this deck aside because it's really bulky, but I'm gonna grab my other one so that my hands don't get so tired. But I have a few here, I'm just going to choose. Now, if you want, you can ask a question if you want me to read on it. It doesn't always have to be public topic. It can be a personal, but as long as it's like a short question. I would do that, you guys. I thought I was all sorted out and had my cards everywhere where I wanted, and of course I didn't do that. I don't know what I'm thinking. But just hold on a moment. Normally I've got like decks for days. I think this is one I want. Yes, I'll use this one. Okay. That's so weird. I thought I had the other one there. Alright, so hello everyone that's here. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. You can go ahead and ask questions if you want to. Nothing happened? Okay. I wonder if I didn't hit the, should be, maybe I just need to take a look at that, so just hold on a second. I think there is something that I can add. What is it, a jar? Is that what they would call it? No, I think it would be my donation page. So, sorry guys, hang on a moment and I will figure this out. They give you so many options. Color. I'm going to say it must be the jar. That catches, okay, bits and tips, okay. Hold on guys. They don't make this easy. Oh my god, you guys, I can pick a particular image. Let's see, what do I want? I guess that one? Alright, I don't know if this will... Sorry guys, hang on a second. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put it right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I don't know if that makes any difference. Can you see that thing? Oh, yeah, the slow is on. Let me change that. Let's see. Stream settings, there we go. Latency, I want to make sure that that's additional settings. I can't put on that's really irritating. So, don't mind me while I figure out their ridiculousness. Alright. Alright, we're going to try and get that off of there. Alright. So, this is just annoying. I'm going to get this figured out. So if you just hang on. We're going to try and get... Oh my god, that was me before. Okay, weird. No. Get that off of there. Alright. God, this is weird. Sorry, guys. Does anything happen if you... I'm having trouble with this. I always do. Let me just try to figure it out. Oh man, I see what part of the problem is. I think. I'm gonna have closed caption of it. Okay. Right.
Charge someone with a crime.
All right. Damn. All right. Alright. That is so dumb that they have you do that there. God, they have me doing this. Alright, no worries. I'm going to probably see if I can get this. Okay, there we are. I don't know how. Alright. Anybody want to ask a question? You want to know? Let me just go. Who has been offered one-way ticket to San Francisco? Okay. Cecile, I've rolled back and I'm looking at your question. Alright. Let me just see. I'm going to put my cards the other way. So, from what I can understand, from what I can see of your chat, Cecilia, you're asking about a friend of a daughter, or a daughter of a friend that's been offered a one-way ticket to San Francisco by somebody they've only known online for 2 years, based on shared interest in graphic arts. Okay, I'll take a look. Let me just take... Okay. Just trying to see if there was anything else. I'll just try and focus, see if I can pick up on them. So I'm going to ask Spirit to please help me read accurately and clearly. And I want to know if Spirit can let us know about this friend's daughter who's 19 and seeking to go to San Francisco, near where I'm at, by somebody she hasn't known very well. Does this look okay? Anything we need to know about? And I give thanks. Okay, so I'm going to try to see if I pick up anything. I get the Six of Wands, so this is definitely someone traveling and going to, and it doesn't look like it's problematic there, so there's definitely the journey there. I get a Queen of Swords. Okay. Do you know if she happens to be an air sign? And I get the Five of Swords and the Fool. She's going to need to be very careful. Let me tell you something about San Francisco. Right now, it has a lot of crime. And I'm seeing possible theft because she's not aware of her surroundings. So that's a concern. I see her being rather naive with that Fool card. And this isn't a city that you want to go to not knowing, pardon me, I have to put on some lipstick. But, you know, you want to make sure you have somebody that is going to do you right. Let me just continue to take a look at this, because that looks like naivete of one's environment, traveling, naivete of one's environment, possible theft or loss. But there can be deceit too, so let me just take a look. And sorry about the slow-mo. I will have to look at that in a little bit, but as the stream is working, don't worry about it. Just, I'll get to it. So, the Strength card. This is somebody that is domineering, potentially, with regard to this travel. I get a Queen of Discs. That could be your mother. Justice. And the Five of Cups. There is loss. Again, I'm thinking that she could end up having someone, at least the theft of some kind. Because I really feel like this, she's got no idea this is not, you know, and as a 19-year-old often does, what she's getting herself into there. I see a female who has a very strong personality with the Strength card. Could be overbearing. I don't know if that's the friend, but it looks like there will be something that she would have to, I think, at the very least, get the law involved, and being unhappy about something getting lost or stolen. This is the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. This is something about someone teaching them. I get a lot of other people around them, but this is the rules. You know, she needs to be aware of the rules and read up on the city before she would come here. Otherwise, I really get a strong sense, at the very least, that there could be some issue with theft, a significant issue. And it would be something that would get lost, that would be irretrievably lost. You know, so theft happens a lot. If you leave things in cars, this kind of stuff, she needs to be aware that the city does have a problem with theft. Four of Swords, Two of Discs. I see her then like doing some kind of recovery from travel. Because I don't think it's going to be a very fun time, to be honest, for her. Knight of Discs, Prince Discs. Yeah, you know what? I would tell your friend that she's really vulnerable. She doesn't realize it, but she best be, if she's going to go and do that, she's not going to have, I think she's going to end up having something stolen. And she's going to be quite upset about it. I don't think she's going to enjoy it particularly much, but sometimes you just have to let people go and do, what they're going to go and do. Okay, so let's see. Yes. She should travel with a return ticket. Because I'm just getting deceit. I don't think people are going to be real up front with her. I don't see really anyone, it looks like, kind of like teaching her the ropes of what you can expect in this city. Not really, because she looks very, very, in my cards, she looks very, very vulnerable. And I think that she could end up having something stolen, some kind of theft. So she needs to be aware of that. And, if she doesn't like hearing it, that's tough. I just see like it's going to not be the most pleasant journey for her. And I think that when she's going to want to end up just after it wanting to just retreat and curl up in a ball. So, she might want to rethink that. And you can't, sometimes that's why I'm saying, sometimes you just gotta let them go and just let them experience whatever they're gonna experience, because sometimes, that they think that and this might be what they need to realize they don't know everything. So I think that the women I saw could be her mother, one of your friends, then having to help her try to deal with something if something gets stolen. Because I'm really feeling like, it keeps coming around with some kind of theft. Which, again, there are areas in San Francisco, especially that if you are not, especially that can border, that if you are not wary of that area, and it can be in the daylight, the city right now, let me tell you something, you just tell her this, the city right now is not a place that if I were going to go somewhere that I would want to go. It's very dirty right now. There's a lot of defecation and I mean, I'm not trying to be gross, but there's a real serious problem with the people using the street as a toilet in San Francisco. It's gross. So I can't say that while I love my city, I want it to come back. I don't think she might have stars in her eyes on what she's expecting. And I'm telling you, it's looking pretty rough. I've never seen San Francisco look so rough. That's to everybody. So if you come to San Francisco, just right now it's pretty rough. Still beautiful, wonderful place, but okay, does anybody else have some readings that they want me to read down? Hello, Shield Maidens, Witches Tarot. How are you doing? I know that you had some medical issues. I hope you're feeling better. Hope you're healing. Oh, and And Cecile, so I would just tell her to definitely, she's not going to go without a return ticket. Her mom's got to put her foot down. Especially if her mom's helping her in any way to do this trip. Because, like, I would be like, nope. And I was. My kids still did stuff, you know. So let's just see here. I'm going to see if I can take out that slow sync, but it doesn't look like I can on that. Oh well. So if somebody wants to ask a question, feel free. I've only got it on slow because it's like I need to be able to read this, but I'm gonna figure out how to take that slow mode off the feed at some point. So I'm just looking to see if I can find that. Edit your description. Go to dashboard. And maybe not now. Okay. So does anybody have a question? Sound is low. You might want to turn up your own. There's nothing I can do about that. This sound is on to whatever the stream puts it onto. It's on full volume. So I hope you're able to hear. Maybe I was just quiet when you said that. Okay, so I was just wanting to know, does anybody have something they want me to read on? You can ask a personal question if you want. And hello to everybody that is here. You're still hurting? I'm reading your comment, Shilmain. I'm glad you're going to make another appointment, Shilmain. That's good. My daughter get mental health. Abusive to everyone, including my little granddaughter. I'm sorry about that. Carl, whom I am currently not allowed to see, and her grandmother, brother, etc. Why does my head hurt? It's throbbing. Okay. So, first I'm going to do, and this is why, a good reason why I put this on slow, so I can keep up with you guys. I'm going to do Shield Maidens, because she's asking, she had some health issue, emergency health issue, so I'm going to look at hers, and then I'll look at yours, Carl, and yours, Marie. Okay? Alright. So, Shield Maiden. I'm going to dial into you for a second. I'm going to try to. I'm going to ask Spirit, why is Shield Maiden's head hurting still? She wants to see the doctors. That what anything that we need to reveal to her that would be helpful. What can you show me, share with me, to share with Shield Maiden regarding the pain she is experiencing in her head? Let's take a look, see what we get for you. Hello everyone, hello Joyce, hello everyone's here. You get the 7 of Swords, okay? So this is something that might not have been, let's just see. And the Page of Wands. That feels neurological to me. Sorry. Here's the Page of Wands. See the fire swing that they're writing. With the 7 of Swords, ooh, I've got a bad wrist myself. That's the one complaint I have today. I've got a wonky wrist from repetitive strain. And you have the Queen of Discs and the Ten of Discs. Okay. Does this run in your family? And are you an earth sign? Shield Maiden. And Gwen, I'll get to yours also. I'll go in order. Right now I'm on Shield Maidens. And then I will do Carl's question. And Marie's and yours, Gwen. Okay, so please stick around. What I'm seeing with your head is there's something neurological that I think may not be being caught by the doctors. And it looks inflamed, okay, to be honest. Some inflammation. Let me see what else I'm getting. That 5 of Discs, Shield Maiden, and the 4 of Swords. You being sick, it definitely shows you not feeling well, and mentally also it affecting, of course, you don't feel good. It affects mind, body, and spirit. But the good news is, with the 4 of Swords, I do see you having recovery. And it's just going to take some time. And that is the butt kicker. It is the bum kicker. Because you have to rest. And this is about retreating and just kind of going into your little cocoon of healing card and allowing your body to heal and having peace. So you need to retreat and heal. What else does it show me? The Prince of Cups and then the High Priestess. So there could be some surprises. Let's see, something unexpected. I feel like it's actually a silly mood. I don't know why I want to say that. And the 3 of Cups, you're going to be socializing somebody. 8 of Swords. Feeling kind of like you're stuck from being able to see or communicate with a child or friend. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Shield Maiden. But I think it's hard is just having to tell yourself, I can't get up and do what I want to do. I have to totally submit to my body's needs for me to heal. And keep on with your doctors. Thank you, Carl. Thank you very much. I made it so it would make a sound. Look! Oh, it fell in the jar. That's really cool. I didn't know I could make that. I'm so childish. So Shield Maiden, it really looks like it's about having to allow your body to heal. I'm also going to say Ten of Pentacles. I want you to like totally make your environment conducive to healing. Food, the people that you allow in your environment right now, which I know probably is not very many because you're not feeling well. But there is healing for you. It's just going to take longer than you want. And it's going to require you to not be as social and see the people, maybe a child also. I'm not sure. But where social circles are concerned, it's like you feel really restrained. But you have to get better, and you will get better. Your body just needs more time. Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords. I feel like they're going to be having to observe you and just kind of keep your stats. I see very dutiful with that Knight of the Knight of Cups is also some kind of offering. Now, observation, something will be offered to you. I think you're going to feel much better. 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's just time. Yes, this is that, I'm afraid. It is totally that. And it is where you have to learn to submit and allow your body to heal. But you're going to be okay, alright? It's time. It's the issue of time. Now, I believe, Carl, were you next? Let me just roll back. But Shield Maiden, I'll keep up with you. Just keep letting me know. I think Carl's was next. That's all. Oh, there we are. Will my daughter get the minute? Okay. So, Carl, I'm going to focus in on you. And I just want to know, can you tell me what zodiac sign your daughter is? I ask always if you can let me know if you're asking about somebody else or even about yourself, to let me know your zodiac sign or that person's zodiac sign. It just helps me to differentiate different court cards in the deck, who they might be. And that can be enormous change. So, let's just see. Carl, I'm focusing. I'm going to try and dial in on your question. And I'm asking Spirit to please help me to read accurately and clearly regarding if your daughter is going to get the help that she needs because her behavior is not acceptable, or if she is going to be stubborn about it. This is a topic I am familiar with. So let's just see. I'm going to focus on Carl. Okay, universe, what am I to share with Carl regarding his daughter and her need for treatment? Okay. So what I'm getting is the 8 of Swords. This feels like you're walking on eggshells for sure. And she also, I feel like, feels like she is very rigid. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I'm getting that sense of being very rigid herself. And also the feeling of involuntarily kind of having to be stuck being around someone like that. This is not your choice. That shows up. I see her inhibited though. And the 7 of Discs, this is the change that she would need to be, it would require her to make some changes in her life, but they are good changes. They would be positive. But that is what is her resisting point. She doesn't want her life to change. Okay, so she's living in a very small way though compared to how she could live if she did get help. I do see that. She's very, and I feel like for you guys, definitely the eggshells with the 8 of Swords, like feeling that you can't do certain things. This is based on the 5 of Swords. So that is that bully mentality. Ace of Cups, definitely. Where it's just overflowing. I don't think that she can control what's coming out. It's just, there's no breaks. It looks like Carl that she has no breaks with that because it's overflowing. And yeah, you're getting the bully card, that she's a bully, based on her bully behavior. It's fueled by the 7 of Wands, where she feels highly defensive and that she has to defend herself. I think probably thinks everybody's out to take her down or something. But it shows that she's incredibly defensive and that this has been going on. In the near future, you have the 5 of Cups, which is, this is some sorrow. This is dealing with sorrow and loss and dealing with depression, dealing with things that maybe she has not dealt with, that she has not been able to deal with. It kind of just puts you in this under the water, so to speak, emotionally. but it also makes everyone else pretty miserable too. Yeah. Now, in the environment, you get the Six of Cups, and this has something to do with the past and the children. And so you did mention her child not feeling comfortable. That's sad because there is the Five of Cups. I see that there is loss, like you've lost someone, type of loss. This goes to children. I'm picking up something else. Well, the hope is for her to balance out her life with justice, get into some sort of program where she has to do it, perhaps mandatory with the justice. And that is the hope. The end result is the Page of Wands. And I think that she might, down the road, begin to exhibit a bit more interest. I don't feel that she is... Oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong placement. One more card. Page of Cups. Something might expect you, might surprise you with her. This Page of Cups, something with the child. This could be the law, actually. She could get... I had one card that was just off, so actually she has justice in her environment. She could get in trouble with the law to do with substance in the near future. And that's maybe where something surprising could develop. The Star, hitting rock bottom. And then I think she'll look at recovering. I think still she may end up having to have a legal matter with regard to, I feel like, her behavior. No matter if she's, I don't know if she drinks or anything, it doesn't matter, because even if she did, it just is about an altered state of consciousness that I'm being shown. That, but I see her kind of having to hit bottom, and she might, wherein I feel like something she doesn't expect comes up. And it might even be something that is like relatively small, or like a slap on the wrist kind of thing, nothing like super serious, but that might be the route that she's going to require to go and get assistance. I see that she's going to also try and resist and manipulate, but I don't. The Four of Cups and the Sun. Yeah, I think she will eventually, but it's going to be further down the road. Unfortunately, I think there are some more bumps with her. But I feel that something is going to be figured out with this Four of Cups here. I'm really getting a hit of like they're going to figure out maybe a diagnosis, or there could be that she will finally go see somebody, because that Sun is like, this is it, this is what's the problem. And there's kind of an apathy. As you said, that bully, she could be a narcissist for all I know, but I think she'll get a diagnosis of some kind, but it does show that she struggles to feel. There's a certain apathy there with that Four of Cups that gets exposed by the Sun. The Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands. This is wanting everything your own way and putting everybody else under pressure and not caring. Again, I think she is unfortunately a narcissist in this regard. She's got to let go of that. I see nine of discs and a real effort here at work put into it, this physically, and I think 9 of discs, then she'll do better. But it's down the road. She's going to start, I think there's going to be some fits and stops yet, Carl. But she will, it looks like, be eventually reaching out toward it, but it's after hitting some rough patches that are coming up. But don't give up, because I did see that sun, and despite the fact that she has that apathy of where she can't feel, when you're really depressed also, you cannot feel. So she just may need to have some, some care that way, and just keep being firm and holding her to that. Okay? I do see in the future, it does look like there might be some bit of improvement. There will be clarity, I think, and something actually to work with, whereas now it just looks pretty frustrating. Okay, keep in contact with me if you want to, and let me know how things are going. My email is usually, I try to make sure now that it's in the description box of every video, but it's Maija's, M-A-I-J-A-S, Maija's Tarot, T-A-R-O, @gmail.com. Okay? Okay, now, Marie, your question was, I had 2 sons that are very angry with me. Will we ever settle our differences? Okay, Marie, I'm going to look at yours, and then I'll look at Gwen's and anyone else's who's come after Gwen. Okay. So now I'm going to shift. So Carl, don't feel bad. Just to let you know, she's got some things to go through yet, but do be aware that she could be getting into there's some legal aspect of trouble that might come her way, but it might not be the worst thing for her. Let me know about that. Okay. Marie, I ask the spirit of the tarot and the creator and my spiritual helpers to help me read on Marie's situation regarding her sons. And I ask Spirit to kindly share what I can share with Marie regarding the matter of her and her sons ever settling their differences and being on speaking terms, hopefully good terms. How does that look for Marie? Okay, Marie, let's take a look and we'll look at you. Okay, we get the 9 of Wands. So this is definitely about boundaries, okay? Keeping boundaries, and this is also feeling like you've definitely been through battle, and it's, hurt your feelings. I can definitely see that with the 9 of Wands, because usually it indicates somebody that's been through, like I said, been through an ordeal, and they're feeling a bit lethargic. That's draining. That's the word I was going to look for. 2 of discs. Well, here is the back and forth. Looks like there's extremes, but there is juggling. And when I see that with the 9 of Wands, it feels definitely oppressive. Like a push-pull. Then you get the 7 of discs. This is a rearrangement as well, changing certain aspects of your life. Looking over how you do things, though. Because the discs are about how we not only live, but, how we respond and how we, how we line things up, how we interact. And there looks like there's an extreme here. I feel like there's a misunderstanding or something. There's like, and there's a lot of pent-up feelings with this fluctuation of that Two of Pentacles, back and forth. I feel like in the near future there is still working on changing some things, and maybe they are too, I'm not sure, because with that Two of Discs, I think these could be the two suns also. There needs to be a change, and it has to do with how it can be about work, but it's also living how you live and how approachable you are or you aren't. There's a feeling definitely of feeling stuck, and I can imagine that would be you. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords here. So this is the pain, of course, because they are your children, that is causing. You get the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Something yet ahead is going to happen. That's, I don't know if it's travel, if they have to travel to see you. It's something very quick. It comes very quickly. Like you hear about somebody's traveling or they're moving. This feels like a job, potentially, maybe with other people, where other people are concerned. And strength. This is how learning how also to not just react out of anger or out of passion. Learning how to restrain your passionate response. And them too. I don't think it's all your fault or anything like that. I feel like, especially with the young men, the Knight of Swords here is very reactionary and hot-tempered or quick. And it looks to me like you're dealing with an issue of a power play going on in your relationships with your two sons. Is that correct? I see some fighting, is still going to be going on with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Discs, which is family, within family. I don't know if this is part of a larger family argument or to do with a different part of family, but there's some aspect of family on this and fighting. The Four of Cups shows that people get to where they just don't care, or there's an apathy, and there's looking to move on, and I think literally move. Again, I get a feeling of somebody moving. It looks like not in the near future. It looks like there's still a lot of resentment being held onto here, and a lot of used to being able to responding in a real, I think, aggressive manner. Somebody is used to doing that, or in a real dominating manner, Marie. So I don't know, and I get somebody needs to grow up too. There's a reactionary, quick, and boy, they take your head off kind of feeling here. Let me just see the Hermit, the Lovers. I see keeping to yourself, choosing who, making the choices about who you're going to spend time with. And I think you're going to start feeling a hell of a lot better, despite, I think these two are really able to work on your emotions as a mother. It's a very manipulative part, but I think you're going to have to let that go and focus on yourself. And focus on your needs for companionship and love and support. I'm seeing that for right now, these guys look pretty immature in a lot of ways. And I see that it looks like there's going to be changes where people are asked to get real with their lives. You and your sons dealing with being more realistic. That I can only see what I'm getting. Especially where work is concerned. Four of Wands. I see work, getting more work that looks long distance. I don't know what that's about, but I think also the Nine of Discs speaks about confidence and extending the circle of people in your life. I don't think it's going to happen very quickly. I think that there's still a lot of anger that they're holding. I can actually see it, which is weird, but I think it's going to take some time, unfortunately, yet. And the good thing is that, every day is a new beginning. And they may come around sooner rather than later. Let me just look with this deck. That deck kind of left me with the blahs. Okay, two sons that are angry. Marie. This is all turned around. Let me just have a look. Neither one of these decks. This one's okay, but I would prefer this other deck that I thought I had set out. I'm sure I'll find it after I go off camera, of course. Okay. Nine of Cups, Marie. A lot of pride going on. It's going to be a while. This is a cycle, and this is a karmic cycle. People are going to have to experience the consequences of their choices with this, for better or for worse. And it looks like a smugness here. Does that make any sense? Three of Wands. Again, I'm looking further out, looking more extensive about school or education, training. I say, you know what, Marie? I think it's going to be a while. And I think that it's, for right now, focus on what the cards seem to be indicating is focusing on what you need to do in your own life and for yourself, and not to keep maybe hurting yourself with whatever misunderstanding or problem that you guys can't seem to, agree upon with. But get back to me, and we'll see how things are going. Because you know what? Sometimes it just takes a couple of weeks. It just takes a bit of change. Okay, let me just correct this deck and I'll do the next reading. Okay, Gwen, your son passed away 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry, honey. Is he okay? Does he know how much I loved him? Oh, Gwen, of course he does, baby, but you know what? Can you give me his birth date, Gwen? Not his, just his star sign, his sun sign. Let me fix this deck. It's all turned back to front before I continue. I might. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll try this one yet. I just want to make sure they're not all turned around. So I'm going to do that before the cat starts. She wants out. I'm going to have to ask somebody to let her out here. I hate this when I shuffle and then half the deck is one way and half is turned the other. Pet peeve. You guys are gonna hate me, but hang on a minute. Hey, Mickey, can you let out the cat? I have to yell. I will hit them up on my phone. I told you you'd went out. All right, Gwen. All right, so we're on Gwen right now. Okay. And hello, Joyce. Hello, Greeter TK. I just want to say, Cassandra, I see you. I see Rhonda. I see everybody, okay? So I am going to Gwen. I kind of like these little lives here where we have a small group of people. I feel like I can do more. Give everybody a little more personal attention. And I think these readings command that. So, Rhonda, I'm going to make you moderator. See if I can click on you. Oh, I'll have to do that another way. But next time I'm going to make you a moderator so that when you come on, I'll figure out how to do it now. I don't want to mess anything up on this. Alright, now Gwen, I'm going to focus on you and your son. I got to dial in. Okay. Alright. I'm going to ask my spiritual mentor. Hecate to please help me to connect to Gwen's son and his spiritual helpers and mine. May we come together and just check on him. We just wanted to check and make sure that Gwen's son, who passed away here recently, we want to make sure that, and thank you, Rhonda. Let me just make sure I'm getting the right, I gotta find myself. Where's Gwen's message? There we are. Okay, 3 weeks ago. I think we're gonna have a kitty cat join us. Come on, Bear, you can hop up. Everything's falling. Come on. Hop over my leg. Okay. All right, Gwen. Okay, let's see how he's doing. How is Gwen's son? I'm asking Spirit. Alright. I get the Six of Swords, Gwen. He's transitioned successfully. This is a beautiful card to get. This indicates he was also escorted, that there were others, a guide or two, that assisted him in his transition. And whenever I see this card, I know, unless there's other cards that say, no, they didn't, but just pulling this right from the get-go, yes, he's transitioned, he had help, all right, and the Wheel of Fortune, he fulfilled his karmic destiny, no matter what, you know, he fulfilled what it was he was supposed to go and do. And so you have this natural cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. This also then deals with usually a life review. The High Priestess, just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's not there. This is also just using your intuition and working on using your intuition to be your conduit so you can connect with him. There's also, issues here of judgment about things that one has done. Maybe there were some secrets that he was concerned about being judged on, or that somebody might think of less of him. I'm not sure, but this is an energy I'm picking up with the High Priestess in Judgment, as well as to me that it runs very much along. He's looking at his life review. Okay, that's what that was. Okay, so he's transitioned. He's seen his life review with the High Priestess. That's kind of that spot in between worlds and judgment. So I do feel like that's a life review. Knight of Coins, an Ace of Cups. He's fine, Mom. He's okay. He's right where he should be. He's, doing what he needs to be doing. And he's definitely made it over. And it looks like he's working on he'll be working on the other side, doing some work there, and emotionally, to do with emotions and with expressing emotions. And using also, I feel like, healthy coping mechanisms that are, it's like blessing. It's also, I just feel like there's just healing going on through him, for him, with anything that I feel like here was left over as a residual, because it looks like he's really going to be processing it quite well, and in a very healthy manner, which is good. Three of Wands, yes. And before he can communicate or reach out, he's learning how to orient himself. And Eight of Coins, and I feel like he's going to be working on developing his skills on the other side with that Three of Wands. I don't know if they did any creative artwork. It looks like there's something that they love to do, and it's with images, artwork, foreign places or something. I'm not quite sure. But your son is definitely alright, Gwen. I see that he's transitioned and he's just finding his way on the other side. There's no need to worry. And he's going to be figuring out, don't be surprised if you don't, a little further down the road, but I get he's a really quick learner. I think he will figure out a means to try to communicate with the Seven of Wands and the Magician, because he'll be in a stronger position to do that. Okay, so he's all right. We have the King of Swords and Justice. I don't know if there will be law regarding his death, but I am getting legal things, any kind of legal matters there, I think will be handled or dealt with. It looks like justice comes in to make sure things are copacetic with the Hermit and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, he's fine. I don't know if he went through and how he passed, but I feel that he's definitely keen to work on the issues he could not work on here in life. And he's focusing on the things he liked to do. They're working with him. So don't worry, your boy is your sweet boy has others around him that are helping him, and he is finding his way. And I think he's trying to figure out, okay, well, how can I communicate? You know, Seven of Cups, Hangman. So there's a delay, and you might even think when it does happen, you might even think, did I really hear that? Did I really see that? But you just have to look at it through your intuition and from a different point of view. Ten of Coins and the Sun. So, yeah, he is with the ancestors. Here he is with the Sun. This is often the card of a child as well. And he is in that also, that bright light, the God light. So your boy's okay. Okay, honey? Truly. If something was up, I would let you know. But he's alright. He's fully transitioned, and he's doing spiritual school now, not earth school, but I hope that's helpful. Okay, Leslie, if you got I'm driving. Oh, sorry, Leslie, I'm going to take a look. Okay. Any message? What was it? Sorry. This way, I have to. I don't think you missed. No, she didn't. Where was Leslie's? I gotta roll back. Carl, Marie, Gwen. Hello, JR. If I missed it, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find your questions. Sure, Gwen. Cute Latvian too. I look like Helga. I hope you're doing well also, Norma. Alright, I'm trying to read. Thank you, storyteller. And through a colored lens. Both of them. No wonder I kept getting those pentacles, Gwen. They're stubborn. You know what? My dad's a Taurus. My grandmother and my mother-in-law were Tauruses. And yeah, so I know Taurus is just, you know what, you just kind of, sometimes you gotta let them go pout, you know, or go do whatever they're gonna do. Sometimes with family, I had that problem too. Sometimes you just gotta, like, I think you will eventually talk, but these boys look like they need to kind of get it together. So focus on your own life, you know. And I do see you moving, and I think focus on that, and just keep an open possibility, an open heart to them. They need to wise up. Okay, so your car, what did it say? Will I be able to sell my car? Looks like, and buy a new one. A good one this time. Okay, all right. And then Sandra, I'll get to yours. All right, so I'm going to use this deck because, darn it, those other ones were annoying me. And what else do I have all these decks for, if not to read for you? Okay. So, your car. Okay, Leslie. You've probably driven to across the country and back by the time it takes me. But, let me take a look. Leslie, get a new car and sell her other one. She get a decent one. No lemons for Leslie. Leslie's name begins with L, but that's not for lemons. Unless you're going to give her lemonade, which is lovely. I lost my mind. Okay, Leslie, let's see about vehicles. Does Leslie have a new vehicle, new to her vehicle, in her future so she can get rid of the lemon that she's got right now? Will she get a better vehicle? Leslie. So I asked Spirit to help me to relate this to Leslie accurately and clearly. Leslie, will she get a new vehicle that's better than the one that doesn't so great right now? Okay, Leslie, let's see what you get. You get the sun, so that's short and sweet. Yes. Whenever you want a yes or no in the tarot, if you come up with the sun, that's a yes, and it's clear. So you will. There's your answer. And are you a Queen of Swords? An air sign? I'm just curious. 6 of Cups and 3 of Swords. So I think you will. Emperor, the Star. 4 materials. Yes, I think you will. I think there will be somebody that will help you. You get a hierophant, somebody that knows their business. Make sure, Leslie, that you have, I don't care who it is, but somebody that knows about vehicles to go with you before you buy another one. You know, ask around if you can't borrow someone's, you know, if you don't have somebody in your family that knows, ask friends, you know. Does somebody you know about cars? Can they help me with this? Because I believe that would be a good thing to do. Have somebody go that's knowledgeable go with you. The Emperor and the Star. So I think like if you have somebody go with you, an older male, they might be able to help you pick a better card than you would normally. The World, the Magician, yes, you will. Okay? Yes, you can get that card. It's going to happen. And in the relatively near future, I believe. All right, now let's see. Next reading. Sandra. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, sweetheart. Why does your man keep telling you he's going to marry you, but when you're not interested? Is he just like winding you up? Does he just like to see you get riled up if you're not interested? Because it says, I can only see why does, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to monkey around with this, but I presume it says, why does, is it my man keep telling me he's going to marry me when I'm not interested? Why does he do this? Must be a bit of mischief maker. Maybe he just likes to do it to wind you up, but let's see. Why does Sandra Henderson's man keep saying he's going to marry her when she has no interest? What can you share with me, Spirit? Can I share with Sandra? Now you get the card of, it is the card of death, the radical change. Some kind of radical change or an ending. What is this? Why is he doing this? The Fool. Yeah, here he is being the fool. You're definitely right. That's what's crossing him. An end and a new beginning. That's really strange. Okay, so we have the covering you is the card of an end, and what's crossing you, Sandra, is the card of a new beginning. Also, taking a chance, taking a risk, taking a gamble. He's definitely a man that likes to chance his arm, as they say. I'm going to have to ask them to let the cat out. Apparently they cannot hear me. This is based on the 9 of Cups. He likes doing it. I think he likes to see your response. The 3 of Pentacles. This would involve other people. Work. I'm feeling like, do you guys have work? Let's see. I'm going to ask my husband to let out the cat. The Chariot. Success. Well, that's movement actually too, and that was behind you. Okay. Did you recently move? Because it looks like he's all about wanting to take these big new chances. Feels like it's in his favor. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I gotta beg someone to let the cat out. Oh, we got a kitty. Uh-oh. Here. What did you do? Just knocked over a bunch of stuff. Sorry. I think someone's finally coming. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, in the near future, the magician. He's up to something. He's trying to manipulate. He's hard. He wants to succeed. Seven of, also dreaming. I think you might not want it, but he does. Three of Cups. I think he's really enjoying your company. There's a nostalgia in the environment. Is he nostalgic? Kind of more like things were better in the past, but there's definitely this nostalgia that he's going through a phase of. It looks like. Does that make any sense to you? 9 of Pentacles. He hopes to be able to have his own business or make his own money, be successful. And the 2 of Wands, inspiration. So I think he's really revved up to do new things in his life, girlfriend. And he's wanting to make a radical change from the way he used to live, this boyfriend of yours. And I see him, going about doing it, creating the life he wants to create. And he wants to have other, people in his life, and I'm sure that includes you. There's that enjoyment with the 2. He's got 3 twice, the 3 of Pentacles crowning him, and the 3 of emotions of where his mind is at, and it just shows that he, I think, feels so connected to you. I don't know what else to tell you, that he wants to be around you. But there is also something here with, I'm getting like moving or travel. I don't know if you guys are going to be taking a trip or looking to move further out or something along those lines, but I see him looking for opportunities with work. I think he's trying to create basically a nest for you guys. This is juggling. 2 of Pentacles. I think trying to build up finances, and 6 of Cups. So again, we are dealing with this guy likes the past. What the hey? And 6 of Swords. No, moving. Something about moving. See, they use voices in this deck. That's why I'm getting that. Going like, okay, what do they mean by voices? So stupid. Swords. Just put swords. But yeah. And hello, Doreen Arnold. Okay, let me look at Karen Martinet. Any message from my son? He was a Capricorn, okay. And he passed in 2012. Alright. So, let's check and see if we can dial into Nick. Hello, James Rodriguez. I'm just trying to make sure. Sandra, if I didn't get the reading, I can only tell you that you're asking what I saw was the guy, he's wanting to make a real change in his life, and he's serious about it. Alright. So I'm going to focus in on Nick. He's a Capricorn. Let me just see if we can ask Spirit if we can relate any message from Nick to Karen, his mother. Just want to make sure I get these a really good shuffle in between, reading between people. Nick Martinet. Any message for your mama? I asked Spirit to help me to relate his message, if he has one, I'm sure he would, accurately. Alright. The Four of Wands. He's talking about groups of people and socializing, public connection with other people. And here we have the Four, I think, of Cups. Yeah. So I'm getting something about meditation. I don't know if that sounds right, Karen, but I'm getting something about meditation. And that that's interesting. And that there's something here. Was he driving or in a vehicle? It's like there's some kind of confusion. Or he had some kind of confusion. I don't know why he's showing me that, but it's something about being out with friends and feeling like it's somebody driving. I don't know why I'm being shown this. Oh, hello, Bright Opal. Two of Swords. And the Wheel. He's letting me know that, you know what, he would be wanting to communicate with you through meditation and through definitely, like when you block everything out, the outside out, and you just focus within, and it just feels so much like meditation. It's like if you just clear your mind, there's this change, there's this shift that's going, and that he can, I feel like I can't quite fully get what he's wanting to say. The Tower, a new start. And reaching out. Let me try the other deck for him. That deck's just not jiving. Sometimes that happens. So let's just take a look. Nick. What do you want to share with your mama? Karen. He's definitely talking about a different perspective, having a different perspective, and about what his family had to endure for some reason. This is about like a family story connecting to the Nine of Wands, of where there was hardship. But I feel like he is with them, but he is looking into like he's got a different point of view, something to do with, I really do feel like what in family endured. I feel like he's looking over the generations of your family, and with this Nine of Wands, and seeing, like, I don't know if people had to immigrate or do whatever, but there's a story there, and he seems to be quite intent upon learning of it. So I see him doing this research. Yeah. And he's just giving me the Sun with that card. So he's focusing on the greater family story, Karen, that he's wanting to, if that makes any sense to you, your son Nick. And he's highlighting that he's with his ancestors for sure, because the Ten of Coins is the greater family and the ancestors, literally. So, and he's there. He has the light of God with him, with the sun. He's in the right place, so to speak. He's in a place of light and love and growth and clarity. He has such clarity with that sun that he didn't have before. And that, interestingly enough, that sun, about talking about perspective and clarity, is falling under the Hanged Man, which is is echoing a different perspective. The Hanged Man is not uncomfortable. He just realizes certain truth by looking at it from a different angle. And sometimes from the angle of having been through heck, having gone through a very difficult time. That's what else we're getting from Nick. Five of Wands. Yeah, he's talking about where there was having to fight or there was a struggle. And again, it's connected to the family card, the Ten of Pentacles, and that Nine of Wands. Yeah. I don't know what the family work he's doing here, and Lovers. So these are about, I wonder if was there somebody in the family that wasn't supposed to see somebody that they loved, and it looks like there's a Romeo and Juliet type of thing. It looks like he's looking into your family's story. It looks like he is working on the other side with family members. Their stories, and the choices they made. Oh, that's very interesting. Did he ever have an interest in genealogy? Three of Cups. He's in good form. He's like, I'm in good form, Mom. I'm here with a couple of other people. Very social card for this young man. And I think he wants and is concerned for your being social as well. This is the second time I got it. I'm saying now because I was kind of waiting to see if I get a second echo, and I just got it. This Five of Coins, he's talking about you, and he's talking about the pandemic, and he's talking about your need to socialize. And there's three, I think, close friends. Some highlight on that maybe you're wanting to get together with. That Five of Coins, though, this is the need to socialize, and that's really hard for you. Three of Swords, there's this feeling of being separated and on your own. And it's very nostalgic time with the Six of Cups. I'm sure with the pandemic, we all are having some more time some of us that don't have family everywhere in the house, more time to think, and it just looks like a very nostalgic time for you. But he's trying to say, you know, don't think that we're not there. We're here. You just can't see us. Ace of Coins and Knight of Cups. Something new is coming. Your son really wants this pandemic to end so that you can get back out and socialize. I think he's concerned for you that way, and that socializing is very important for you. He also shows me the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Coins, and this is that he comes around you, and that I don't know if could there possibly be things with coins or items that show up? If not, I just get a feeling that you're going to come across some things that will take you back. Hello, Aquarian 71. So, again, you know, he's just indicating that you need to make sure that you follow the rules and don't go out there on a preliminary of, you know, going out there not masking up or whatever. I think he knows that you definitely want to get out. That's what I'm picking up, and there's something about socializing, but he just wants you to follow the rules, make sure that you do what you're supposed to be doing with regard to this pandemic. He keeps showing me that over and over again, so I'm not really sure, but that's what I have. Yeah, he does. He's really conservative. He's like, I want my mom to kind of, you know, make a couple of good friends and chit chat. He just wants you to have that thing and get outside a little bit. But he's totally there, and it's interesting. It's like he's logging the family stories on the other side, you know, like he's the journalist. It's very cool. Who knew, right? Let's see. Is there anyone else? So I think I've gotten the questions so far, unless there's anyone else that would like to leave a comment or ask me to read on something. I will be glad to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to slowly here just kind of close out this session because we're at an hour and 40, and I don't want to lose my voice for the evening. But very quickly, if there's anybody else out there in the 21 of you that are left in the room, anybody want to ask something for themselves or for a loved one, or on a public topic, feel free. I'll give another 5 minutes, and then I'll close this out. Okay. And I want to make this a regular thing that on Sundays at around 3, I will have a live for the public, okay, where you guys can come here and you can ask me questions, and personal ones if you like. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I thank all of you, but before I close this out, I'm going to send you all some Reiki, okay? So just open to receive, all right? So. And whenever you receive Reiki, if you choose to receive it, it can make you process stuff. So you want to drink, I know it sounds silly, but you want to drink a lot of water, or just make sure you're hydrated. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's my live for today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday. Share, put the word out, and I am so happy to have been able to spend this time with you. What was that, Sandra? Go ahead and write it again for me. I did do a reading on, you said something about a man that was wanting to marry you. If there was a previous question, if there was a previous question before that, please write it down. Go ahead and enter it, type it in. I'll wait, Sandra. Bye, Bright Opal. Thank you. So, Sandra, the last question I have from you, I read on. Why does man keep telling me he's going to marry when I'm not interested? Was there another one? Oh, hello, mods and all. Yes, I hear. Did I miss one? I'm looking. I get, Sandra, that if, you're welcome, Shield Maidens. You're welcome, Corel. And thank you, and through a colored lens. So Sandra, very quickly, because I have to log off, I have to get my pain meds. I did read, if you're asking, the only question I can see from you was on a man that keeps asking. Oh, you missed what I said? Alright, I can sum it up. It's very interesting. Okay, what's covering him at the now is significant change. Huge change. He gets the death card, which doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm gonna die or anything, but it's like major change. And I say that because then he gets crossed with the Fool, which is the new start. So he has an ending, and he has this new start in his life, and he looks like he's wanting to really change. Thank you, Joyce. And so I'll see you here if you're around next Sunday. It's 3 o'clock. I always try to make it at 3 or 4 at the latest, because I like to watch my shows in the evening. And thank you, Rhonda. You're going to also be a moderator next time, and I can click and get you all signed up for that. I'll figure out that on the other. See, this is why I should be logging off. I've got a case of reader mess mouth. But anyway, back to you, Sandra. I will recap. He's going through a lot of changes, and he looks like he's wanting to, I think, have his life be a certain way. And I see him keen on making significant changes in his life. And I think he's decided that he wants perhaps to settle down. So if you don't, you might want to have a chat. But it just looks like he's really keen on making a really significant change, to take a risk. The risk of, I guess, getting married. And he has cards that are major forces pushing his interest in this way. It is Spirit. I think Spirit wants to have him settle down or to change his life in a certain way. So that's what I'm getting for him, Sandra. He's going through some big changes, and not all of it is, some of it is just other energy in his life that is making him realize what he wants and what he doesn't want. And it's really clear. So that's all I can tell you for right now. But if you want to, feel free to hit me up with my email. It will be in the description box on my videos. And my email, once again, is Maija, M-A-I-J-A, M-A-I-J-A, and I have S, Maija's Tarot, T-A-R-O, @gmail.com. All right, and if anyone's interested, I do personal readings where you have it on video, and it's your own private video, and only you see it, and I, of course. But if you're interested, look in the About section. It is typically, these readings run up to an hour, and I do charge $200, but you actually have a recorded video reading and I think it's worth it. So just keep that in mind for a possible gift if your birthday or something is coming up. All right? And I thank you so much. I've enjoyed this live. Make sure that you check out again next Sunday. I will be here to read your questions that you send if you're polite. And everyone's been polite, so that's good. All right. Thank you all very much. I'm going to close out the chat. And I hope you